Hello, everybody, and we are back for another day in the series, Becoming She Who Handles Business. My name is Shamandrian, and I am super excited that you are watching this video with me today. In this series, I am sharing with you different tips, different strategies, different tools that you need to be able to continue in your process of growing and developing into She Who Handles Business, that woman who is building the legacy that God has given and placed on the inside of her through entrepreneurship, doing it in a way that she is profitable, doing it in a way that allows her to be able to have time freedom, to have abundance, to have peace within her life as she navigates this entire journey of entrepreneurship with faith and execute what God has placed on the inside of her. And so I want today to talk a little bit about your beliefs, your mindset. I want to handle that a little bit. So before I jump into that, for those of you who are new here, hello, my name is Shamandrian. I am a business growth strategist, a mentor, and a speaker. I help women entrepreneurs to build legacy businesses that give them the income they desire and the time freedom they deserve. And through our community, through our training and development, through our podcast, we do just that. So I am super excited to dive in. We are going all month. This is Women's History Month, and this is my birthday month as well. And so we are breaking history as women entrepreneurs and building history as women entrepreneurs. So what better way to do that than by continuing to encourage and help and inspire and shift the mindset, shift the businesses of other women through this live series. So that's what we're doing all month, and I'm excited to be leading this. So let's go ahead and jump in, because today, well, recap, yesterday, we talked a little bit about vision, being very clear on your vision, being very clear on God's vision, so that you can start aligning that, aligning everything that you desire, your business, your life, in alignment with that, so that you can truly see these things come into fruition, right? Because in order for you to hit a target, you first have to identify what that target is and be able to see it clearly. And so the thing that I wanted to share with you today is on belief. Because here's what I know and I understand. We can only grow to the limit of where we are, where our personal development is. So that means it doesn't matter how many goals you set. It doesn't matter how clear you get on the vision. If you are not starting to personal develop yourself, your mind, how you speak, your habits, the things that you believe that have allowed you to get to where you are today, you'll never be able to get to that space that you're wanting to evolve into, that woman that you're wanting to evolve into, that woman that has the income that she has been desiring, right? That's why so many times we set out a number and we say, oh, well, I want to hit 100,000, or I want to hit 500,000. I want to hit 1 million. We want to hit these numbers and never get to see them, because you have not taken the time to do the inner work that's going to allow you to align yourself with that, right? It doesn't matter how many times I throw the ball. If I'm aiming at the wrong target, if my aim is not positioned right, it doesn't matter how many times I look at that goal. If I'm shooting this way, I'm not going to get there. And so we have to also make sure that not only we're clear on the vision, but we are doing the personal development in order to help us to be able to get there. And the main thing that we must shift first is our beliefs, right? So last time we were talking about getting clear on your vision, right? And that person, that lifestyle that you desire for yourself. Well, to be honest, in order for you to actually obtain the lifestyle, the business that you desire for yourself, there's a person that you have to evolve into. Now, I'm not saying that you're not already that person, because I believe that when God created you, everything that he desired for you, he placed on the inside of you. But we also have to understand that time allows us to develop. Experiences allow us to develop. Working on ourselves, working on our minds, putting positive things on the inside of us, reading books, reading the word of God, getting getting into different communities and atmospheres. All of those things shape and shift us into becoming and evolving into that person that God has called us to be. But there's some work that we must do first. And what does that look like, right? It looks like first, after you've gotten clarity on where it is that you're wanting to go, identifying what it is that's serving you in getting there and what's not serving you in getting there. Because the beliefs that you have right now are what have gotten you to where you are right now. I had a mentor that told me that your experience right now, your life experience right now, is solely based on what you have chosen to accept. What you have chosen to accept. And so that means if your life is not lining up the way that you desire for it to look, if the income isn't there, if the lifestyle isn't there, if the stress is overwhelming, if you keep experiencing all these different places of poverty and things like that, that's because you have become accustomed to accepting this space. And until we decide that we no longer will accept this space that we're in, we will no longer accept the version of us that we have presented, the version of us that we have evolved into. Then it's time for us to, then we'll never be able to get into that next stage, right? And so how do we do that? We identify the beliefs that have gotten us to where we're going, but we also need to identify the habits, right? There are things that we do on a daily basis, a consistent basis, that will always keep us where we are. There are excuses that we have made on around how we show up that keep us where we are. And so sitting down and taking time to say, this is where I want to go. This is the woman that I am becoming. What are the beliefs that she must have or that I must have in order to be able to experience this version of myself? What type of habits must I have in order to experience this version of myself? Because here's one thing I know, right? Everybody can get up at different times, whatever it works for you. But I know for the best version of myself, I can't roll out of the bed at 10 o'clock in the morning. I can't roll out of bed at 9:30 and expect me to have an extremely productive day. Now, I'm not the 5 a.m., 4:30, 3:30 riser. It's not me. I understand that and I'm okay with that. However, I have identified that in order for me to get where I'm going and for me to be the most productive within myself, these are things that I need to shift within myself, right? What are those things that keep coming up in your mind that you're believing about yourself that is causing you to show up from a place of lack, that's causing you to show up from a place that's not in excellence? Do you truly believe that you are called to the work that you are doing? Do you truly believe that you were created to generate wealth, or God has given you the ability to create wealth? Do you truly believe that lack is not your portion? Do you truly believe that that you can have that amazing body and feel good about yourself? If you do, there are certain values that a person who actually has those things have put in place and that they stand and hold on to in order to help them to continually evolve. So we must identify the things that are holding us back from a mental perspective. And then we also must identify the new values, the new beliefs that we must establish so that we can continue to evolve into the person that we need to become. And once we have those beliefs, we have to understand what habits need to shift, right? For me, one of the things for me that would frustrate the mess out of me was laundry, right? And I'm still working through it. But one of the things was making sure that I was able to wash all the clothes, right? And it would frustrate the mess out of me so much, and it would cause me, like, even something as simple as laundry not being done or not being clean would cause me to have different thoughts about myself that made me feel like I wasn't doing well. I wasn't managing my home well. I wasn't being adequate. And of course, sometimes those things translate into business. I am a firm believer that business is personal. It starts with the personal first, right? If you are not efficient and at peace and feeling good about yourself from the personal space, when you get ready to show up from the business space, it's not going to translate over, because there's things and fears, doubts that you have about yourself. And so laundry was one of those things where it would be frustrating when I wake up and there's no washcloths clean, or my fiance needs washcloths and they don't have any, or my children needs towels and they don't have it. And it would frustrate the mess out of me. And so I had to start identifying, okay, the woman that I desire to be, make sure that her laundry is clean, right? Even something simple as that. She makes sure that her laundry is clean. And so what did I need to do? I needed to create some type of habit that would allow me to start to transform into that, right? The woman in the Shamandri and the best version of me is a person who is more organized, is a person who has more structure in her life, a person that is able to create a space of peace and a peaceful environment in her home where her family can have a place that is clean and tidy and organized. And so this is one of the spaces that I'm working on in my own personal life. And so I had to establish certain habits. What did I do? I started as soon as I wake up, I go put a load of laundry in the washer. Why? Because then it gets me in a space of, one, this one thing I will not allow the enemy to use it and make me feel like I am inadequate. And then two, it puts me in a space of feeling good, like, yes, I got that done. I accomplished that. And then, look, I'm still working through making sure everything gets folded, but at least the clothes are clean, okay? But even something small as that, implementing those different habits, right? If it's in your business and you want to, you feel that, maybe I'm inadequate because I'm inconsistent and I'm not showing up consistently the way I want to, okay? And so maybe that's a belief that you have to shift and start speaking over yourself that I am diligent in my business and I show up consistently for the people that I am called to serve. That's the belief and the value that the woman that you're becoming has to have, and you speak that over yourself consistently. But what does it look like for the habits, right? What habit can I put in place that's simple, that will become a routine for me and that will help me so that I can continue to evolve in this area of my business? Well, for me, I wanted to make sure that I was showing up on social media more consistently. And I know early in the morning times, I get downloads from Holy Spirit. I get downloads around my business, around my children, around my family, things like that. And so after I've gotten whatever it is and I've spent my time with the Lord, a lot of times you'll see an influx of posts from me early in the morning. Why? Because that's the time that I have that can allow me to be consistent, to pour out whatever God has poured into me in that moment. And so I may do a lot of posts right then early in the morning, or post whatever's on my heart in the morning, and that allows me to stay consistent, right? Even this series, sometimes we have to put ourselves into some type of sprint, some type of incubator, some type of container that will allow us to stretch ourselves and be consistent. Right now, I'm showing up for the next 30 days. I'm showing up all through March to share and pour out and to show up online, right? Not just because it's my birthday. Yes. And I love to give and pour into people. Yes, that is like the main part of my heart. But then also this is great for me because it's going to help me to be consistent with showing up for my audience, with sharing my authority, with allowing people to see what's on the inside of me and how I can be able to help them and assist them, right? And so how does this relate back to where you are in business right now? If you have a goal that you have been trying to reach, or a space in your business that you've been trying to tap into, or if you have this idea of this dream life that you desire to have for yourself, you will not be able to reach that space until your beliefs and your habits align with it. And so you have to get very, very clear on what's holding you back. You have to get very, very clear on the beliefs that you have that are keeping you stagnant. You have to shift those beliefs so that you can create new beliefs that you're going to pour into yourself on a consistent basis, your values that you are going to hold on to on a consistent basis. And then you have to also identify habits that you need to be able to shift from in the personal side of your life and also in your business so that you can show up as the woman that you desire to be, that woman who is handling business. So I know that today was super short, and these videos, they're not going to be super long because I want to make sure you get enough that way you can take it and you can implement it. Take some time today and write down the beliefs that have held you back. What am I believing that is keeping me where I am right now with my money, with my health, with my finances, with my business, with my children, with my with my credit, with whatever it is, with my relationships. Write down those beliefs that have kept you where you are right now, and then shift those beliefs to something positive that will align you with the woman that you are becoming in this season. And then start identifying, okay, well, this is a habit that I can now implement that's going to help me to continue to evolve into this person. Okay, so I hope that this was a blessing to you. Keep in mind that we will be showing up here at 11:30 the rest of this week, and the rest of this month, Monday through Friday. So I pray that this series is a blessing to you. If you want more, this subject is also a part of the masterclass that I mentioned yesterday that's in our community. It is called, what was it called? The Vision and Planning Masterclass, and it helps you from a space of the personal development to get your vision clear and then be able to say, okay, how do I shift? What beliefs, what values, what habits do I need to be able to implement? And it gives you a worksheet to be able to work through, and you're going to get something that way every day you can be working to it. You have a strategy that's going to help you to implement as you continue to evolve. So get plugged into our community. I'll drop the link here for any of you. We have events that happen where you get to connect with other women that are women of faith, that are women entrepreneurs that are pushing towards the things that God has placed in their lives for them to accomplish. We have trainings that happen every single month. We do hot seat coaching. We have co-working sessions. We have so many things that you can plug into that is going to continue to stretch you, give you support in your journey of becoming the woman that is handling her business, that's crushing her goals, that's building the things that God has placed on the inside of her, and developing that dream life that she's always wanted for herself. Okay, so get plugged in. I would love to see you on the inside of our community, whether you're joining for free or whether you're joining as an actual member. Of course, all the perks are in the membership. But I love you all, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have an amazing day, and remember, you can handle it.